Imagine for a moment that there is a version of you living in a parallel reality, observing every choice you make, every path you decide to take. What if that version of you existing in a different timeline is trying to communicate, sending you signs? The idea of parallel realities may sound like a science fiction movie, but both spiritual traditions and modern physics hint at something surprising. The reality we perceive may be just one of infinite possibilities. Every decision you make, every thought that crosses your mind, could be aligning you with one of these countless realities, like turning a dial you didn't know you were holding. And in each of them, there is a version of you. Some are living extraordinary lives. Others are facing challenges you can't imagine. Yet all these versions share something in common, a deep, invisible connection with you. Now here's the question most people never ask. What if you could consciously tune into these alternative versions of yourself? What might they say to you? What wisdom could they share? Understanding parallel realities isn't just a matter of curiosity. For many, it becomes a path to self-knowledge and spiritual growth. Because when you begin to explore this connection, new ways of perceiving your life, your choices, your potential start to unfold. Connecting with parallel versions of yourself can be a powerful tool for personal development. It's like accessing the accumulated wisdom of a version of you that may have already overcome what you're struggling with today. Or learning from a self that lives in complete harmony with the universe, an elevated expression of your potential. Each of these versions has something to offer, a perspective, a lesson, even a direction. And as you begin to align with them, you don't only transform your own reality, you awaken to a field of infinite possibilities. So today, you will discover the signs that your parallel version might be sending you and how you can begin to communicate with it. This is a deep and transformative journey, because knowledge about parallel realities can become a key to unlocking a more conscious, abundant life aligned with your true purpose. From a spiritual perspective, parallel realities suggest that the universe is composed of infinite, coexisting dimensions. Each dimension may house different versions of ourselves living lives that reflect the limitless possibilities our choices, thoughts, and energies can manifest. Spiritually, it's believed these multiple realities arise through universal consciousness, where each thought and intention generates a new branch in existence. A new reality forms where a version of you experiences a different story. In some of these realities, you might be living the life you desire. In others, you face different challenges shaped by the vibrations and choices you emit at different moments. Quantum physics offers a different, yet strangely complementary view. It suggests that the universe operates within a field of infinite possibilities. The concept of quantum superposition indicates that subatomic particles, and by extension, the building blocks of reality, can exist in multiple states simultaneously. This implies that, on a fundamental level, all possible realities may already exist at once. And our consciousness, through decisions and energy, collapses those possibilities into a single experience reality. So the existence of multiple versions of ourselves isn't only an esoteric theory. It resonates, at least as a powerful metaphor, and for some as more than a metaphor, both spiritually and scientifically. Each version of you represents a part of your infinite potential, living realities that, although separated by thin frequency barriers, may be deeply interconnected by the consciousness that creates them. These versions of you aren't necessarily disconnected. In fact, they may be constantly trying to communicate, sending signs and messages that can guide your path and decisions. But how do we recognize these signs? How do we know if a version of ourselves in another reality is trying to reach us? Let's explore the most common signs that may indicate this connection. Have you ever had the feeling that a moment seems strangely familiar, as if you've lived it before? That sensation, known as déjà vu, might be more than just a trick of the mind. In many cases, déjà vu can feel like an indication that you are briefly tuned into a parallel version of yourself. It's as if for a moment the barriers between realities dissolve, allowing you to glimpse and experience another version of you has already lived. Beyond déjà vu, there are synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfectly aligned to be accidental. When you repeatedly encounter certain numbers, symbols, or events, it can feel like something greater is at work. These synchronicities can serve as a reminder that parallel realities may be connected in ways we don't consciously perceive. It's as if the version of you in another reality is guiding your steps using coincidence as a language. For example, imagine you're thinking about changing careers, and suddenly you start noticing the same symbol, maybe a logo, a specific word, a phrase you can't ignore in ads, social media, even casual conversations. That repetition could be a way for a version of you, living in a reality where the change has already happened, to point you in a direction. It becomes a call to pay attention to the signs around you and consider what they might be trying to reveal. Another sign of this communication comes through dreams. Dreams are portals to the subconscious, but they may also be windows to other realities, especially vivid dreams that feel real and leave a lasting impression. When you dream of a life that seems different yet strangely familiar, or you encounter people you do not know in waking life, you may be accessing impressions from another version of yourself. Lucid dreaming, where you become aware that you're dreaming and can even influence the dream, can feel like an even stronger sign. During lucid dreams, some believe you can connect more directly with other realities and explore alternative versions of yourself. The key is to pay attention to details, the places, the people, the emotions. They may carry messages guiding your choices or highlighting what needs attention. If you repeatedly dream of a situation where you're living a life you desire but haven't yet achieved, it could suggest that this reality already exists in another dimension and may be within your reach. Another sign is the moment you feel out of place, as if the reality around you doesn't quite fit. This can happen suddenly, as if for a moment you don't fully recognize your surroundings, or you feel like you should be somewhere else. These experiences can be unsettling, but they may also suggest realities overlapping and your consciousness adjusting between frequencies. You might be in a familiar place, but something feels off, like you're experiencing a brief lapse between realities. That feeling can be a subtle message, inviting reflection on where you are and where you could be if you chose differently. Intuition is another clear sign. We've all experienced moments of intuition, an inner voice guiding us towards something without an apparent logical reason. But what if strong intuition is communication from a parallel version of you, trying to guide you toward the right path? These intuitions can arise as an irresistible feeling that something must be done, even if you don't understand why. It can feel like a part of you in another reality where the choice has already been made is sending you a message to act. When you notice these signs, the next step is learning how to align your energy so the connection becomes clearer and stronger. Vibrational attunement can be cultivated daily, bringing you closer to these alternative versions and helping you integrate their lessons. Everything in the universe is energy, and every thought, emotion, and action emits a vibration that resonates with certain realities. And as you raise your awareness through gratitude, forgiveness, compassion, and conscious intention, you begin to live closer to the version of you you're meant to become.